Job, great catch.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Rivera. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Making side adjustments here. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This is a designed run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Into the end zone. Pick off. What a play by this defense. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This one's complete. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone and run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Using the quick game. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting a run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
He's got it inside the 25. Grabs a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Gets it to the back. Got some He'll set up to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete to the right. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Gonna run it. It's Johnston. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And the Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The give to the tailback. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On third and short, the power run here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Johnston. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Leaves it with the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Johnston. Running contact. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. He wants to change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it first and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes and catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make some...
Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down to the 22. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll go with a direct snap. Running to Green. Across the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return with what a play to get the football back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Pocket breaking down. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. And the Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll test the right side. Touchdown, Canes! And that one will give them the lead.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Texas State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for blockers. And the returner goes down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. Fires to the big fella. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback making checks. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Offense, quick tempo. They'll go up top on second and short. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. They just keep firing. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Hey, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Snapped it in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Looking to the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Moving away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoot.
Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rivera. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive, even when you get in this part of the field.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. New Mexico State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Lobos that fired on all cylinders. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. He's got it down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
A designed run for the quarterback. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Scrambling away. Inside the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And This offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He makes a grab. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
Here comes the 2-point try. From the gun, looking for a man. Now he's going to break the pocket. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Inside the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. What a bizarre turn of events. He scooped up the fumble and took it all the way back for 2.
And that's a play, when people look back on this game, that could be the one that ends up deciding it, because getting the block on the extra point and taking it back for the safety puts them now up 3 points here late in the fourth quarter. That was a huge momentum-shifting play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Grab behind the line. It's Sexton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's caught. It's Rivera. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Right on the money. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
The throw. This time it's complete. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Dances away. Fires on the move. He caught it. Touchdown, Canes. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late.
Well, obviously, in this situation, you need a touchdown to win the game, and they're being aggressive. They're taking shots down the field. You got to remember, you're probably not going to be able to get it all back on one throw. You've got to be smart. Quarterback's got to make good decisions. You got to be able to get the ball out, but be smart about your play calling.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Might be calling a hot route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation